Good Thursday, everyone. This is meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Today's weather map shows colder air dropping across the Chukchi Sea, moving south and east toward the northwestern coast, and ahead of that, warmer air moving across the Beaufort Sea coast. Both conditions are inspiring rain and some fog around the northern coastal areas of the Arctic at this hour. A little bit further south across the Yukon and Kuskokwim deltas, we're seeing some heavier rainfall develop. No thunder and lightning just yet, but we'll keep an eye on that as we look out around the Killbuck Mountains later this afternoon and this evening. High pressure just south of Norton Sound is not enough to keep rainfall from forming around the Norton Sound communities in southwest. Meanwhile, fog and stratus continues across the Bering. There are some breaks in the cloud cover west of the Pribilofs today. Around the central chain, a occluded front is working into the Aleutians. That will weaken with time tonight, still spreading rainfall in from south and west into the eastern chain and the southern tip of the Alaska Peninsula. Low pressure across the southern Gulf at 1,020 millibars, not terribly strong, but a sign of weather changes to come for the Gulf of Alaska. Meanwhile, southeastern Alaska is experiencing a relatively clear night. There will be some areas of fog forming, though, as a result. High pressure across the Yukon at 1,023 millibars will allow more unsettled weather to move in from west to east as that core of stable air starts to break down a little bit more. As we look ahead into Friday, showers and thunderstorms will form across parts of the Alaska Range, especially north. And if we look a little bit further south and west toward Bristol Bay, the Alaska Peninsula, and the eastern chain, low pressure will strengthen just a little bit more around the Pribilofs, and that means slightly stronger southerly winds moving up the southwest coast and a better chance of rainfall if you're in southwestern Alaska. Light rain showers are expected across the northern coast, so around the Chukchi Sea coast from Kivalina northward, and also across the Beaufort Sea coast. Watch for some areas of clearing north of Fairbanks there as high pressure is still in command of your area and a good chunk of the interior. For Saturday, though, cooler air will drop quickly southward across the interior for the middle and upper Yukon Valley. As that front drops to about the Alaska Range, it's going to allow moisture to gather across the southwestern parts of Alaska, and with that we'll expect a continued chance for rainfall from Norton Sound all the way to Bristol Bay and into the southern Bering Sea. Meanwhile, a decent slug of moisture is moving northward. It's part of the tropical Pacific, and if that catches into south-central Alaska this weekend, we'll start to see a better chance for heavier rain. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder.